Hello, hello, anyone out there? Oh, transition. There we go. Alright. And it begins. Again. Just made sure I got my camera right. Alright, it's alright. Alright, what was the first step? And I played this morning, so I don't need to clear out the beach. Now, what should I do first? Pick up some wood. Always start with the wood. Alright. Should we do the shop? Let's get the shop on renewal. I have to debate whether I want to. I probably won't farm. Alright. I can't tell if I've got that. No. I think I've got that. No. I'm pretty sure I've got that. Definitely got that, because I buy that all the time. Got that, got that, got that. Damn it. Oh well. Another disappointing screwed shop. Well, maybe we'll get Donald this time. Oh, I didn't want to pick that up. Let's hang out. One seed. Oh. There you go. Alright, so what should we do? Well, it feels like fishing is... I want to really stick with fishing. Because it is rather relaxing. As boring as it is. pick up wood while I do this. Now that I have maxed out rope, there is something that's annoying me at the moment. Maybe we'll do that later. Grab everything. I don't need space later. Some chests. We've got some chests that spawned. That's the reason my limits are high.
Distance keeping us way too far apart. Every time I get too close, I fall apart. You have changed for the better.
There's one there. Alright.
You don't wanna stay sleeping in my head. Why you made up your side of the bed?
But what I'll do quickly, I'm gonna get rid of all these holes. Hi, little native. How you doing? Sorry, surprised me. It's a quiet chat. It came out of nowhere. Hope you're doing okay. I'm good. I'm good. It's a bit quiet. It's a quiet start, but it's good to see a new face. I've just started. I don't know if you play this game, but I'm pretty much just grinding stuff. I don't really. I've completed everything, and I'm just trying to get all the resources for the next update. I really should turn down that sound though. I'd jump out of my damn skin every time. How are you doing? What's going on with you? Yeah, I have like 600 hours excited for the new update in 3 weeks. Well, it could be 3 weeks, could be two. They have a habit of springing it on us, which tends to be what they do. I'm still got the idea it's going to be the 8th of February, but that's just my running theory. But it's cool because so far, what do we know of the update? We're going to get 2 characters, which I've got a feeling it's actually going to be 3 characters. So we're getting Olaf, Muriel from Enchanted. I'm trying to riff this off so I remember all of it. We're going to get house skins. We're going to have a storage update, whether that means more storage or just a better way of managing storage. It's a bit vague. There have been hints that we'll get more companion levels or more levels to yourself. And obviously the new star path, which I call it the bird poop star path because the picture that they put on the roadmap just kind of looks like a Mickey Mouse hat with bird poop on it. So what they normally do, right? They always kind of have, when they introduce like another character to the valley outside of what they announce, it's normally a character that's attached to the story. So my theory, it's either going to be Fairy Godmother, that eventually one of the last characters you unlock is Cinderella, and it's part of the path, and she was mentioned in the last update quite heavily in the quest. And the other characters that I think it will be the ones that are actually already in the game, which are these ones. So it's either going to be Eve, Vanellope, or Beast, because they're actually in the game. So, and this is one of the early memories you get. So in theory, all these characters should be released before launch. So we have to see them in one regard. Now we could get Wreck-It Ralph, Beauty and the Beast as their own rounds, but Eve, Wally's already come out. So I've got a feeling they're going to tack that on somewhere. But that's my theory, anyway. Alright, I need to try and get my item limit down a bit so I can place something. Actually, I need to go hunting. I'm hunting for chests because I've got chests that spawn somewhere. I thought Vanellope might be coming this summer, but yeah, I actually said that in my news segment. So what I do every week is I do like the news of the week and then put it into a little clip show that I release on my YouTube channel, and I did actually mention that. That's my theory of Vanellope is going to be in the summer because the racing in. But I can see other people's arguments that racing in could be Race Against the Clock, which is close to what Cinderella was about, and it did show a pumpkin. The pumpkin house in the background, which seemed a little bit deliberate. So I can see arguments on both. I know who you're talking about though, Vanellope. Yeah, I don't think it's got a Y. I think it's Vanellope's just got an E at the end. But yeah, I'm very excited for it. I'm so sick of pumpkins. Me too, but I've reached the point where I've spent all my money on everything I can, so I don't need to farm any more pumpkins. So I've got a million, and I normally just sit at a million all the time. But I've got the only pumpkins I have left. I've planted a crop of 25 of every plant in every biome, just in case I ever need it. So I'm thinking the update, right? I want to be prepared for everything. But this is my money crop, so this is the only pumpkins I have left. And so if I ever need them, I can farm them, but I never need them. It's called my money crop. Now what I'm trying to do is get my unique item limit down, and I'm trying to find what is spawned that I don't want. Normally like a random chest or something. But last time I checked how much I played the other day. I'm currently at 21 days of playtime, which is quite a lot under my belt now. That could be pushing my limit over, but I don't think so. I'll get rid of that anyway. Which biome have I not into? Pixar biome. So what my goal at the moment is to get a chest full of every item in the game before the next update. And that's what I'm currently grinding through. What's that now? It's still 2 over the limit. God damn it. Alright, so there must be some more spawns that I don't want. It's my Pixar world. See if there's anything here that I don't want. I've had some spawns definitely putting me on. There's a chest, definitely a chest around that's pushing me over the limit, but there's those there. Right. I want to max out the floors, but I don't even know. I've left all the rooms, actually all the rooms empty. In my home, I've unlocked all 20. So I've got the max there. I think it ends up being like 1 million for every floor when you get to that point. But yeah, I just left them empty. I just basically just spent all the money, maxed them out, because I've got a feeling that the houses are very underutilized at the moment, and I feel like it's going to be used for something else in the future. So I kind of just want to unlock them all, so if I ever need them or if they ever introduce something, it's there. And plus, I just rather spend all the money now before they introduce more into the game. That they could introduce a money pit or something just to help with the economy. So I basically just want to be prepared for that, so I don't need to like debate about what to spend my money on. How's that now? They got rid of 1 unique item. Yeah, I want to be prepared. The update number 2, it caught me out because I played 12-hour stream. I've decided for every update. So with the last update, I managed to complete most of the content, but what's delayed me was needing a few items like iron and stuff, because I just didn't stock up on them. And a lot of items that Christoph Stahl had, which I assumed was going to be there after the update, which obviously they changed it and kind of messed me up. God damn it, there's more random like mushroom spawns and stuff that's pushing my limit over. Just don't want to delete anything. Alright, I'm gonna have to delete something. Alright, I'm gonna do the painful thing, get rid of that. Don't really want to, but the joys of the item limit. Now, the reason why I did that, so recently So these are, this is my kind of my storage area at the moment. So the ones on this side, I've maxed out. So I've got a chest full of all of this. So like clay. Everything. These are the ones I'm trying to max out. And what I did last night is I maxed out this rope. But I accidentally picked up one of them. And I'm a crazy person, so I need to fix that. Now you can't put ropes on tables, as I found out. Which is very annoying. So, at the moment, I'm being very boring and really just grinding for stuff. So today's going to be a very fishing orientated stream. So, I hate we can't put night or dream shots. Yes, we can. I've got all of mine in a chest. So I'll show you. My night shards are here. So I got my dream shards here. I'll pop one into it. And my light shards. I even got these ones, the purified shards. Got a stack of them going along. I'm confused by that. Alright, so I'm going to do a bit of a grind. Oh, you mean placing it on the counter? Yeah, you got the same problem with rope. Yeah, it is rather annoying. I'm going to assume they're going to fix that, because that seems a bit odd. And I think I guess they didn't anticipate the way people would sort things. So I have a sneaky feeling they will probably fix that up when they can. Once they figure out how. What am I doing? I'll put those there. Salmon is the other one. Alright, I'm gonna dump some of these resources. Cool. What am I doing? Dave, think about what you're doing. And these are my gems. So on this side are the ones that I've got chests full of. And these ones I'm still working on. I'm slowly getting there. I played Stardew Valley and a lot of other games, but I like this game way more than anything I played in years. Yeah, I never played those games. I just started playing this on Xbox, and annoyingly it's really addictive. So I ended up playing this, and it reached a point where it was really good for my mental health to play a game again. And what happened is I got to the point where I started grinding. This was the end of this, just before update 2. And I wanted to be creative again and start, just doing streams and video editing and stuff. So I essentially just combined the two, and it's ended up with me playing this basically every day for a couple of hours on stream. Every day, before and after work. So, now I'm fully addicted to it. It's actually benefited me at work as well. It's get me a bit focused. It's like one of those, fell into a situation where I was just waking up, going to work, coming home, and not really doing anything for myself. And this is streaming and doing video. Speak, Dave. Video editing has really helped me get, help my brain. And so I owe a little bit to this game of me not going crazy and shooting myself at work. Yeah, it's good. So if you're ever bored or curious, I stream every day. So Well, most days. It depends on where you are in the world. I didn't actually ask you, where are you based? Are you a nighttime owl at the moment for America? I believe it's time zone. It'd be very early in the morning, or you're a UK or Europe based. So it'll probably be what kicking in for the morning for you. Obviously, if you don't feel comfortable, you don't need to say it. Oh, Tennessee. Yeah, it's very early in the morning for you. I have lots of health conditions. I don't sleep a ton. It's all good. Funny enough, that you're not the first person that's come on the stream that does that. I've got a few regulars that just they can't sleep because of chronic pain and a lot of other things. So it sucks, but I'm glad I can at least try and fill that void for a little bit. But yeah, I do an evening and morning stream New Zealand time because I'm from New Zealand. So I anticipated my morning streams, which is around about like 11 o'clock your time or like 10 o'clock your time. I thought more Americans would come to that one, but it turns out my nighttime streams, the one that you're in right now, ends up being the more popular ones for Americans. Just the night owls tend to just be up and hanging out. I'm surprised none of them are here today. I mean, I normally get a couple that pop in and terrorize me for a little bit. But yeah, I'm always here. So if you're ever curious or ever bored, and I'll always be playing Dreamlight Valley, at least in the foreseeable future. So. I've even got people that come in there and blame me because they start playing the game because they watched me, and now I'm to blame for the addiction. But I also stream. I stream on YouTube and Twitch at the same time. But I do a bit of a clip show on YouTube. So I record all my sessions and then chop it up. I put my news, my Dreamlight Valley news of the week at the start of the clip show. I do a bit of a rant at the end. And I just do random clips throughout the week. I actually started on Xbox. I actually am playing on the Xbox app right now because I started there. I didn't want to lose all my progress. So I ended up buying the game on it. And now playing on PC and Xbox and my laptop as well, just alternating. I think it's the first cloud game that works actually decently well. And that's the annoying thing about it, because I'd rather Steam, to be honest. Now that I didn't think I'd play it so much, so that started on Xbox. So I'd rather have Steam, but now you can just wait till you're free to play, and then I can get it on Steam or whatever, because it's just the Xbox app sucks a lot from my computer for some reason. It's very annoying. Now, I've also got a competition going with another Dreamlight streamer called Emily Dream. And it is Emily Dream. Yeah, Emily Dream. And so, if you notice here, I've unlocked pretty much everything. So I've unlocked all my clothing, furniture's at 666, weirdly. So it's only furniture and memories that I've got left. Obviously crafting, there's two you can't craft because those items aren't in the game yet. So for memories, me and her are having a competition. She's actually, I think she's still streaming right now. She's got 65 memories and I've got 63. So we've got this little bit of a competition of who can get more before the next update. So these memories are very important. Yes! Oh, just one more away. See, with fish, the reason why I'm sticking with fishing, So she's at 65. So I only need one more piece for that one. One more piece for that one. I need 5 pieces for that one. What else have I got? I need a lot of pieces for that, so I need 8 pieces for that one, but one more piece for that one as well. Anything else? 3 more pieces for that one. 2 more pieces for that one. So there's a potential I could catch up really quickly. Yeah, and that one as well. So if I stick with fishing for now, I might be able to catch up. And then I can rub it in her face. Because she came into my stream, right? Only about a week ago now. And she noticed, and then apparently she started a silent competition for me because she didn't like it how I was beating her and other things. And then I went to a stream once because I was like curious about, you know, because she's the first like Dreamlight streamer I had come across that actually came into my stream. And then she told me about this competition that the silent competition she started with me. And now I'm fully on board. Try and beat her. It's added something to it because both of us are at the same level, like we've completed everything and we've bought everything. So we're a bit limited of what we're trying to do. So now this has just added something else. I feel like it's going to take me a million years to get the memory pieces for dry flowers. Yeah. I think everyone has that problem. There is apparently a trick to it. I don't know if they fixed the bug or not, but there was something about like you put the flowers in your house or something, and it pops out. I can't remember the trick. I don't know if it's actually a legit trick, but I saw people do it at least a month or 2 ago. I don't know if they fixed it. But I think the developers know that's a harder one to do, so I'm surprised you don't get it for watering your crops. I'm surprised it's just flowers. I would have thought they would have put the crops one. I remember the flowers in the house trick, but I tried it and didn't work. Yeah, I saw it and didn't bother because I didn't really care about memories at the time. I do now, obviously. But at the time, I didn't think anything of it. So this is going to be my life until the update. Or at least until I get in front. Like, once I get in front, I'm not going to care too much. But right now I do. And I'm so close away from many of them, of finishing them. So that's why I want to keep going. Once I get to 66, so I need 3 to get in front. I think I'll go back to my normal grind. So... and that's why I've kind of combined my grind with getting them. So I'm getting red algae, which I need. I'm getting seaweed, which I need because I need that for fiber and to max out my seaweed. And I'm doing it for fish as well, but the fish I get, I only need crab, white sturgeon, and that tippet one, which I can never pronounce. I've maxed out bass and salmon. Salmon actually sells for a lot though. I remember for a while I thought that each new memory unlocked would be... yeah, I thought that too. I mean, there is some tie to some of the memories and quests, but I did think that once you get a memory, it unlocks something. But it didn't. They might do it in the future, though, and that would be cool if all of a sudden they've introduced a quest for every single memory. At least we have a lot to do. But they have like a 2-year plan for this game after launch, so there's a good amount of content coming in. To be honest, it's pretty popular. I think that the problem they're heading right now is just a content drought. And they just need to get through their launch quests. Yeah, so many quests. It would be good. It'll be interesting what they do once they get the base game out. I think obviously there'll be DLC and stuff, but if they get enough money from it, you can probably see them develop the game for a while. Alright, I've got to mail the memory, so let's roll the dice with it. There are some of my fishing memories that I need a lot of pieces for too. It'll suck to get them, but it's good because I kind of do need them too. Oh, yeah, Moana. Yeah, that was one. But that's what's good about the fishing one. There's a lot of memories I don't have, so the chance of me getting a double up is actually quite low at the moment. Alright, I've got the red algae there. Now what I want to do is pick up as I do this, because I do need dry wood. I wasted it all on playing with potions, because I'm full. I mean, to be honest, the potions are pretty good. I would say my favorite potion is the digging potion. It actually works really well. I thought the worst potion was the digging until you start using it, and then you're like, oh, the digging one's actually really useful. Alright, back to fishing. Hey, Mogo. Ah, alright, see you, mate. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. I guess you're the one that was lurking in the background. I like the digging potion too. Mining one doesn't do it for me. Yeah, it doesn't, especially once you get to... You know, the shiny gens aren't really used for anything. Just a hit and run. I appreciate it. I do. It's good to hear from you because it's just, you know... I don't know, just good to hear from you. Yeah, I think the problem with the mining one is that, you know, you don't get a lot for it. You know, hey Phoenix, g'day. Oh, little native. I don't know what to call native. I'll call you. Phoenix, another one I was telling you about that has a bit of trouble and just pops in here once in a while. The joys of the New Zealand time zone. Good to see you, Phoenix. A native is another one of your kind that doesn't sleep and is a night owl. So this is my life now, just fishing. It's rather peaceful. Donald's not throwing a fit when he follows yes, sir. At least we're not hearing that all the time. Need to get more memories. I've got 2 pieces though today, and that's already a good result. It's only 4 AM. Ah, if only. You make it sound like I used to work at Internet Cafe, so I used to do the night shift. Good old back in the day when playing World of Warcraft all night. So I used to be a night owl, and I think I burned out on it. You know, when you do something too much, and I just never went back. My name is... Oh, hi. I'll call you Summer. That's a wonderful name, actually. No worries in remembering, though. My username is Little Native because it was my nickname growing up. Indigenous American. Oh, Cherokee. Nice. Oh, looks like you both are in the same time zone there. Central? I think. Do you know any Cherokee? I don't know what the actual name for the language is, actually. Not clued up on Cherokee. I know there's a lot of different dialects. I do find Cherokee culture very interesting. Nice heritage. I mean, obviously some has been lost to time, but stuff that remained is rather interesting. I think that just comes from IST, so Eastern. Always get you guys mucked up. And then and just the minute I get my head around Eastern, Central, and PST, someone comes in with Mountain. I'm like, I don't know. Time zones. I think one of the benefits of being in New Zealand is that we're very respectful to the Māori people and the indigenous people of New Zealand. So we've got a because of that, growth that we have in school, that we get taught the language and everything. I think we've just got a very natural curiosity about all indigenous people. I can't talk. You know what I mean. Just assume I said it right. You part Cherokee too, Phoenix. I didn't know that. That's cool. It's Cherokee. It's the language Cherokee. We have Eastern and Western dialect. I speak elementary level Eastern dialect. Interesting. It's definitely, I do hope it is cultivated and spread out more, because even if you're not Cherokee or not part of the language, learning it, like being a part of the country and learning the native language of the country, I find it's quite powerful and makes me more connected. Obviously I'm white. I prefer to call myself Pākehā, which is basically, it's what the Māori people called, Europeans when they came. But it basically means outsider, I believe, is the broad definition of it. But it's the Māori name for it. And I'm so far generationally removed from that now. I think I'm like 5th generation New Zealander, that I don't feel connected to Europe at all. I feel more connected to New Zealand. So I make it a point to try and learn as much Māori as I can and integrate that into my my language. Like, I can do the classics like count to 10 and say my name and stuff like that. And I think it's rather important. I think America should definitely embrace that more, because I don't think they realize that they're so far removed from Europe now. The only, one of the unique things about your country is that Cherokee and Indian population. And if you embrace that, it becomes part of you. There's no separation anymore. You're just all one. And I do think that's really important, because that's something no one can take away from you. No one can take away that culture if you make it part of your identity. Obviously, there's cultural appropriation. There's a line for everything, but I definitely mean it from a respectful kind of, your cultures now are part of us, so we're going to embrace you. We only have a few thousand Cherokee speakers and only 350 Eastern dialects. Yeah, and that's why it's so important to keep it around. I mean, a language is something that evolves as well. So, the dialects that are known at the moment, if you integrate it more, it will become its own thing. And that's a good thing. Like how multicultural language has evolved since Europeans have got here to be more, you get very much like an English Māori kind of combination of words nowadays. Like when you say go look after your whānau. Whānau means family, so go look after your family. A lot of people just say whānau. Kai is a good one. So kai means food. So everyone's like, go get some kai, or I just had some kai. It's a lot easier to say too. Yeah, little things like that, and eventually it just blends together. It's that it won't be like American English anymore. It'll just be like American. What would it be? American, Cherokee, and American. American. I like American. Obviously, it's a very, very long way off, and it will take a lot of, generations for the old ways and people to be more open to it. But weirder things have happened. I like American. I want American to be something. American. Yeah. Oh, got another memory. We'll fish this puddle and then we'll open the memory. Definitely hope I am in America though, so not gonna get. Yeah, but at the end of the day, look at it this way: the recent polls have shown that the modern day generation isn't following the trends like previous generations, and so the previous generations were followed the trend of the older you got, the more conservative you go. So the older you get, the more conservative you go. So you end up being like Democrat to begin with, and Republican. But modern day trends are showing that's not happening anymore. So give it 20, 30 years. You never know. You never know the people that would be in charge. And that's a good thing. You wanted to go to New Zealand. Oh, did you come to New Zealand? Did you live in New Zealand? Or have you wanted to go to New Zealand? Not wanted as in past tense you already have. More wanted because you want to do it. Oh, just money. Damn it. Alright, got a stack of those. Oh, put those there too. Cherokee dialect is hard to learn because we're told not use it. Because you're told not to use it. Why not use it? Who tells you not to use it? It's a dick move. Tell them to go fuck themselves, but say it in Cherokee. They'll be confused, but not offended. They take away our rights, not spreading. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't help that because of the internet and modern day technology, more Americans can see that other countries actually do it better. Like, I think the whole idea of like America's number one, it doesn't really work online because everyone's like, no, look at that. Look at this free healthcare over there. Look at this female leader who actually gives a crap about us. Look at a president who's not really, really old or insane. Because the last two have. I think there's you can't really hide the flaws of America anymore because everyone's more on the same page than before. And I think the younger generation have grown up with that. They've grown up with being able to see the rest of the world and how they operate. And they're just like, no, we don't want that. Why do we want that? The ones in charge at the moment were still alive when the internet didn't exist. That's the problem. You want to go, you haven't yet. I would say put it on your bucket list. I mean, living here is quite difficult. Not in the sense of it's difficult from a social point of view. We've got a lot of social rights, we're very pro-trans, you know, gay marriage is legal, all that fun stuff. It's more difficult in terms of financial because everything's so far away, things cost a lot more. So a loaf of bread costs more over here than it would over there. So the cost of living sucks over here, but from a social point of view, you get more well-adjusted people and less angry people. Still get the crazies, no doubt. I think every society has the bit of crazy in there and a messy politics. Hi, Flock. Oh look, a fellow New Zealander as well. Flock gets what I'm saying. I was just saying how in New Zealand we get less crazies, but we still get the crazy. Information game changer for a generation. Schools can own indoctrinate. Exactly. And I think it does help that, and the ability to be able to, and this is obviously be a bad thing as well. The ability for educated or non-educated people to put a message out there is easier than it has been in the past. So it's quite hard to rewrite history if people have access to it. This crazy. Have you been? I'm not. Okay. There are some places up in Auckland that, you know, they're not the most stable people in the planet, admittedly. But that's Auckland. You know, what Aucklanders don't know is, or people that live in around the Auckland region don't realize that the rest of the country tries to pretend they don't actually exist. So we let them kind of do their own thing. Everyone else in the country just really gets on with it, and we just let them kind of just go a little bit crazy. When they need help, we help them out, obviously. But we can't just leave them alone. Let them do their own thing. It's quite funny when anything like dramatic happens in Auckland, it's like national news, and the rest of the country's just like, yeah, whatever. All right, get over it. Not the floods. The floods is a serious thing. Recently, they're dealing with a lot of floods at the moment, and it's a bit different. But like, they have bad traffic, and you have to hear about it for like a week. Is that your country's version of Florida, people? No, that's Invercargill. That's Invercargill. We don't hear about them very much, but I would say the Florida of New Zealand is Invercargill. I don't know, Flock, do you agree with that one? What are you doing in New Zealand? It's Auckland. Whatever, Flock. Auckland thinks that they rule the country, but there's a reason why the capital city isn't in Auckland. There's a reason why my work is right next to Parliament. I was told in school yours English, not Cherokee dialect, where we got yelled at if told the teacher history was written by the winner. Yeah, nothing was told about the other. Yeah, it is true. That is very, very true. And that sucks. I mean, it's hard to change that. But I do think, I'm not sure, I don't think the education system in America is really open to that, but I do definitely know that in New Zealand we have battled with that as well. We didn't really go over the history of the New Zealand Wars. There was a classic story, there's a classic history about the New Zealand Wars that went on for a while between the Māori people and the Europeans. And it was a very ugly time. It was a very nasty time. And it wasn't talked about in school at all. It is starting to seep through, and you're starting to see that more and more. But I don't think you definitely have a lot to work to do there. And the stories we're hearing about, like when in New Zealand, that we hear about some of the educational issues in America about certain books not being allowed and certain history only being told. I mean, when I heard about that, the critical race theory thing, like, I still don't understand the argument against it. It doesn't make any sense to anyone. Like, I've had a few chats about it with people here. Like, why are people upset about that whole thing? We're like, we don't get it. And just because it seems like it's teaching history, but because it makes like European people seem bad, they shouldn't teach it. And we're like, well, what's the point? Because that means history will be repeated if you don't point out, you know, this was a messed up thing to happen. Yeah, I don't understand people's argument against it. So there's a lot of things I don't really understand about some decisions. People against CRT are honestly just racist. Yeah, that's what it seems like. But I think it's so baffling that it feels like we're like over here we're missing something about that argument. I don't know, because it seems so dumb to be against it, and it's not even a proposal, right? It wasn't even like something that's implemented. It's just what people refer to if it gives an unflattering light regarding history, if it doesn't favor. Yeah. It's just, how the hell are you going to teach your young people what the right or wrong thing is to do if you're hiding all the bad crap history has done? Doesn't make any sense. It's like that's how a kid learns to like not put something in an electrical socket. Like, don't do that, otherwise it hurts. And then they do it and it hurts, so you don't do it again. That's how history is made. Imagine no one knew not to put a fork into a lightning socket. Imagine if no one was allowed to teach not put a fork in the lightning socket. So it makes me feel bad. Stupid. It's ridiculous. But hey, that's life for you. It doesn't make any sense sometimes, and you just roll with it. But I also believe that you shouldn't shut your mouth about it, because that's how all those crazy people win, if you just sit there and take it. If you see something messed up, you say it. But obviously, think about what you're going to say so you don't sound like an idiot. No point fighting against something if you're not actually going to make a valid point about it. Like, I don't like this. Why? I don't know. A short argument right there. But that's just life. Dave's tips for the day. You're going to make an argument. Make sure you think about it first. Yeah. The more you know. Alright, I got a memory, alright? Let's prepare for this. Go. Oh. That's disappointing. You got to learn both sides. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, I don't like the argument how when someone says, but there's two sides to every story. It's like, yes, there's two sides to every story, but one side could be really fucked up. Like, yes, there's two sides to every story. Doesn't mean both sides are actually good stories. I mean, that's the key, is like, yes, there are two sides to every story, but my point is your side is pretty fucked up. Yeah, I do educational stuff on TikTok for Cherokee. Awesome, Indigenous stuff. So I'm used to be talking about types of people. Awesome. That's really cool. There is quite a big of a movement right now to help Indigenous language come back. I know there's a lot of experienced multilinguistic people. I think they're professors or something. They're actually helping out the Celtic language in Wales. And how they can integrate that more into Wales culture, and I think there's a big push at the moment. And apparently, there's a lot of crossover with the Māori language and the Celtic language. So you really see a big push, especially from a government level, around the world to try and really preserve these languages, which I think is amazing. And I think more people need to embrace the Indigenous language of their country, even if it doesn't, you could say generically belong to you. Because I think if you integrate that into yourself, you integrate yourself that's your starting to become your cultural identity. So it's less about cultural appropriation, it's more of like, that's part of your culture now. It's part of who you are. You want to really learn Te Ara, yeah. So Te Reo. Because you break it up. So Te Reo is Māori for Māori, I guess, the language of Māori. Te means the, and I think Reo means language, or something like that. But yeah, I do want to learn it. I mean, I can count. Like, I can go tahi, rua, toru, wha, rima, ono, whetu, wadu, iwa, tukau. So I can count to 10. And I take kia ora, and kai, and whanau, and puku, and... Oh, wait. I should explain these words. Puku, stomach. Kai, food. Whanau, family. And other words are escaping me. But I try and use numbers in my real life using Māori language. Alright, let's see what luck I have here. Damn it. Game hates me. The world's against me. I hate life. I'm just dramatic. Go to Elders of the Cherokee tribe lesson. Their story is a good way of finding out. Oh, cool. Elders of the Cherokee. You have to remember that. Oh, Summer, do you know of what he's referring to? Elders of the Cherokee? Is that something you're familiar about? Wepaku. What's Wepaku? I know Tumeki. Tumeki is good. I like using Tumeki. That means too much. It's kind of like good job or like too much. Like yeah. Like oh yeah, that sweet as. Oh sweet as that's a more Kiwi word. Like awesome. Like Tumeki is like awesome. Because that's a weird translation for it. Tumeki, yeah. I like Tumeki because it just feels like a happy word, like Tumeki. Yeah, it fits what it actually is, kind of thing. I have plenty of language uses. It's just hard to learn. It's just hard language to learn. I suspect. I mean, people like I've heard that English is the easiest language to learn, which really puts me off learning everything else because I can barely speak English. So I'm a bit hesitant to learn it. I've always wanted to though. Definitely Tiara is what I want to learn one day. Wepaku's tall. Ah, yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. I've seen that when I'm driving. Yeah. Yeah, it's. I mean, I learned when Māori was taught in school when I was growing up. It was really the basics, you know. It wasn't. There was no really history of it, introducing history was just like a recent thing that was coming in. It was really just the basic ones. I mean, I got really annoyed when I found out they actually changed how you counted past 10. And that really annoyed me when they I don't know if they invented it or they just started teaching it. And my nieces, who funny enough, they're actually American. Wait. Emily. My mortal enemy. My mortal enemy's here. How dare you, Emily? Look, Emily, I'm about to pick up a memory. Okay. Emily is my mortal enemy on Dreamlight Valley. She started a war. Because, to be fair, she started this competition without even telling me. And then she told me. So, this war that started is because I think she was jealous, but I've collected most of the stuff. And she had to point out that she had 2 more memories than I did. We're healthy adversaries, sure. He doesn't like Kristoff, so the war's justified. In Emily's defense, I don't like Kristoff either. It's a good vodka, but that's about it. I think Kristoff's vodka, right? But this raid is very overwhelming, so I do apologize for anything I may say. What you should know, the bottom line of it, Emily was jealous of everything else that I have, so she had to take away the fact that she has more memories than I. I thought I didn't have them all. I mean, I've got all the clothing. Oh, thank you, Kelly Spat. I'm not going to try that. So I've got all the clothing. I've got 666 furniture, which just is just a very coincidence that all this insaneness is happening right now. It's 666. It's like it summons something. I'm missing 2 crafting, but the memories, I'm very close. Oh, thank you. Oh God, how these named Kipakani? Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna pick up this memory, and hopefully complete one right now to be one closer to this, alright? We can say keep the... whatever. Alright, here we go. Oh, damn it! It's not the one I needed. But it's one that you don't have, I don't think. I don't think you got that one. Right, Emily? Hopefully. You realize that this is the most views I've ever had in my stream. And I really want to get my chocolate milk. I've left my chocolate milk in the fridge because I'm a child. I'm a very, very chocolate milk fiendy child. Anyway, I'm gonna do some riveting gameplay and just fish. You can call me. I'll call you Kai. That would be a lot easier. Donald's propelled. Don't leave Donald alone. Donald is the most interesting person in the valley. I think Donald is the most, like, in the space of 5 minutes, Donald can do more stuff than any of you could do. Well, not 5 minutes, probably like 30 seconds. He can throw a fit, say hi, have his eyes go wonky, and fall down again. Bet you none of you could do that. But none of you would be able to do that. There is no other person who's more emotionally stable in this valley, and I think that's awesome. People that are perfectly sane are the most boringest people in the world. Everyone needs to be a little bit crazy. That's my opinion. We need to be able to something. No, I don't need that. I don't need that pressure. I don't need money. But I do. The computer can barely handle things at the moment, and I'm going bald. So I want chocolate milk too. But yeah, Donald's my favorite person in the valley. All right, Emily, if you're still around, have you seen? Is there anything in my valley you want to see? Because I've seen most of your valley. Is there anything you want to you've been curious about? Because I'll show you I'll show you my tree. Hold on. So my tree, yeah. So my tree is basically the same as you. And the last Dreamlight things I need, so I've got all the foraging ones, I just need the Night Thorns. I've got all the gardening, got all the fishing, got all the cooking, got all the collection, the friendships, the daily discussions I still need, and the make friends. I need the Dreamlight duties to finish with the repair houses, and I've done all the mining ones. So there's only 5 I need. But I do know there's another phase to that. I've seen another phase of that. And I think that changed when another update came in. So it was bigger than that, and then the next update came and went down because I think they introduced more into it, from my understanding. But yeah, this is my reserve pumpkin field because I've got 10 mil. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna get my chocolate milk because I'm really thirsty and it's very hot in here, so I'll be back here. Don't steal my chocolate milk. Well, you can definitely give me chocolate milk. Well, fine. I got my chocolate milk. It's Mammoth Supply Company chocolate milk, and I think it's a New Zealand-based chocolate milk with a mammoth on it. Oh, I still had chocolate milk. Well, that's disappointing. had chocolate milk in front of me the whole time. Well, that's very disappointing that I did not realize that. Oh, Flock is probably the only other New Zealander here, so he can appreciate it. Alright, I'll give you a toy. Or everyone a toy. You have to help me convince them to let me... Oh, I can't sub because I'm not affiliate. I don't qualify to be affiliate because I barely get more than 2 people watching me at a time. Like, today's, like, right now isn't crazy, so I don't even know how this is happening. I'm not even affiliate, so I don't even know how all this gift stuff works, so anyway, I'm gonna dig up this hole. So anyway, this is my plaza. So to explain this crazy of Dave, this is my storage. So I ran out of room in my house, and so I moved it out here. So my goal for the next update is to get a chest full of every item. So the items here are all full up. So I've got a chest full of all of those. And everything else I'm slowly filling up. Now with my gems, those chests there are full of gems, so they're all maxed out. And these aren't. So these are the ones I'm working on at the moment. This is my money pit, so if I ever go below 10 million, I harvest them and sell them. And that's how I stay above 10 million, but I don't really need to because my grinding just keeps me above there anyway. We work, oh god, buy half a gallon of chocolate milk every week. Like my girlfriend, when she goes down the road, she's like, should I get you a chocolate milk? No, just like, I feel like a child now. I've asked for it so much, she knows exactly that I'm going to get chocolate milk. Here's where you want to help him get affiliate. If you're from the Ray, go ahead and refresh the stream so you can... Oh, you don't need to. Just chill out and enjoy it. No pressure. No pressure. Anyway. So, yeah, that's my storage and that's what I'm working for. So my goal before the next update is to max out all my resources. So that's my current project that I'm working on. But now you've introduced this memory competition, I have to try and combine the two. So at the moment, fishing gets me rope. So I just maxed out a chest full of rope, which is completely pointless. I don't need so much rope, but this is the point of it. And now I'm going to work on fiber and seaweed. So I'm going to try and get memories and try and max out that. This is my orchard, which is very organized. A coffee's in the middle here. Now I'm still upset about what coffee... This isn't coffee. This bush is not coffee. Looks like red cherries. I'm not a fan of it. This is the most satisfying organized thing to do. This is someone with ADHD and a bit of OCD chucked into. It has to be very specific. Like what annoys me, and I like right now that this thing is annoying me. Like all the stuff that just randomly spawns annoys the hell out of me. And I don't want to pick it up because I've already got chestfuls of it, so I just end up selling it. Anyway, don't get distracted. All right. So anyway, yeah, I've got chests full of everything, and everything is maxed out as well. And so everything's in a nice place. And the idea is, with the new update, I have things good to go if I need to farm some more. So this is my orchard. It's all nice and tidy, and pretty. Anyway, we'll go into Toontown. So my dream is to be able to build a Toontown in this game. So in the Peaceful Meadow, I've got all of the classic Disney characters. Now, I like to have like little residences for every character, or every character that's kind of connected to each other in some way. Which is so this is Donald's one, which is why I got so excited with the posters that you got from Stitch's Quest, because that's the only unique, specific Donald thing you can get in the game. So I was finally able to like personalize his little area. Now, because it felt real empty to me, and because of the item limit and all that fun stuff, I decided to plant a crop in there. So this is a crop that, you know, grows in the Peaceful Meadow. And it's the same kind of basis as I have with my orchard, is that I can quickly go, alright, yeah, got them, I can harvest it, and it's all good to go. So that's little Donald's little area there. I put Mickey and Minnie together because obviously they're a couple, but they also weirdly have the same last name and they were born on the same day, and they're not married, and it's really weird. Because no one ever really thinks too hard about it, but they're basically the Lannisters of Disney. Yeah, we won't go over that. But yeah, I've done the same thing here. I put a few of unique Mickey stuff around just to personalize up. There's a lot more I want to do, but with me hitting the item limit, I've deleted some of it, so I've just kept enough. But I've done the same thing with the carrots, so it's got a little thing here. Goofy's the worst one though. I've got nothing to put for Goofy. Oh, actually, it runs a bit faster. There we go. I hope you're people are liking this, because I just like sharing this. Every biome has a plaza, like a little area here. So I put the Goofy stall for the biome there. I always try and put a clock. A different clock in every biome. I used to have everyone, but then I deleted a couple just because stupid item limit. But all the shops that are specific to that biome, I put near the plaza. So that's why Scrooge's store is there. So this is like a little hangout area, and I'll put the stone there. But Goofy's areas here, it's kind of meh. It's kind of, you know, I put this here because I felt bad for him. There's no Goofy centric stuff. So what I try and do with the residences is put the stuff that belongs to them only in their place, to kind of flesh it out and build it out. So, and he gets lettuce because he's Goofy, and he's a dog, and so is Pluto. Don't really get that. Anyway, so we'll go into this biome now. This is the 2D, I call it 2D Disney World. So it's all 2D movies. 2D Disney movies. Now, initially I didn't want to put them here. Alright, see you, Phoenix. It's good to see you again, mate, and hope you can get some shut-eye. I get a lot of people that just can't sleep come to my streams. So this biome is all 2D Disney movies. Now, I have to put them here. I didn't want to put them there. I actually wanted to make these two biomes 2D Disney movies, because eventually I'll get Cinderella and I wanted to keep it there. But the problem is that these two houses, I can't put them in the same location other than the beach. So I can't. I have no other choice. I don't want to put them on the beach. It doesn't feel right. So I've kind of put 2D Disney movies in this biome. So again, it's got a little plaza. I've got mushrooms there. It's got a clock. And I put this maze thing here, which I really am glad I got. And I got the cooking. Every place has a little cooking center as well. So, to give a bit of tour of everything, we'll go for the Little Mermaid first. So this is the Little Mermaid. I actually want more statues of him, because I kind of want to put it like a little entrance way, but yeah, this is the Little Mermaid section. Again, got a little crop there just to kind of make it a little bit more entertaining. But yeah, they've got all three there. There's Eric playing with his flute. He needs a hobby. But yeah, that's the Little Mermaid one. So I've got a little pathway. This is kind of like, you could say, the main road that leads to all of them. But I've added this little back way that goes through all of them as well. Ooh, camera angle's very bad for it. So this is Merlin's joint. He doesn't really have a lot of interesting stuff other than books in a bag. He's got a chair. So he's got this little chair, and he's got some potion stuff. Oh, there's Buzz for some reason, looking a bit odd. And Moana's here as well, staring weirdly at a book. Alright, for some reason they're doing that. But I got the little crops here, just to kind of make it a little bit more interesting, kind of flesh it out a little bit. I normally put the crops in places that I feel like just needs a little bit extra, because they haven't got really any cool stuff. Next one is Stitch. This is the newest center I've got for it. So all of this is Stitch's stuff. So I've got his little Terrorizing playset there. Got the beach stuff. I like it. There's a lot of other Stitch stuff I want to place down, but I can't. It's like, cause obviously I've unlocked more items I can actually put down, so it gets rather frustrating that I can't. If we go, where's Stitch? Where's Lee? Yeah. So I want to put the photo backdrop down. I want to put the coffee tables. I want to put the TV down. I want to put even a laundry basket down. But I just can't. So it's a bit disappointing, but I'm hoping eventually it will get there. And this is Scar's area, so this will be the Lion King area. Probably in March, it will be a bit bigger. Was it March? April. February, March, April. It'll be April. But yeah, this is all of his kind of area. Again, there's so much more I want to put down, but I've just put the bare minimum just to keep the limit in check. Now, I do have Tangled over there, which I'm not too happy about. I wanted the 3D movies to be in Sunlit Plateau, but obviously can't move that yet. Because what I'm thinking, this is my theory, if under repair houses, there's only 12 houses we've repaired, I've got a feeling that's going to be one of them. We're going to have a quest to actually put that on the ground. Okay, oh no, Dark, don't do what you normally do. What device did I play on? I initially played on Xbox, and then I moved to PC, and now I do PC and Xbox. I know there is a mod you can break the item limit with, but I don't want to do that. One, because the developers can't guarantee it won't corrupt your save file in the future. They even said that. And two, I kind of want to play with the rules in place, because it feels a little bit, you know, more interesting. You're a sweet innocent boy. Dude, you use the word dark in your name. You every time you come into my stream, you say arson, and then somehow you not even bothering. Not gonna start you. You're not gonna get to me today. I'm in a good mood. Anyway, so that was 2D Disneyland. 2D Disneyland, yes. I'll show you Pixar Town now. You didn't do it this time. Yes. Doesn't mean you won't. So anyway, we'll jump over here. So this is Pixar. This is the Pixar biome. So this is the plaza here. I'm not too happy with it. I kind of want to turn Remy Shot because I like his sign. I think his sign looks really cool. But I've built this little cafe, a little kind of cafe bit. I want to remodel that. I just haven't got around to doing it yet. But I got little Wally's garden in it. So, because it's Wally, Pixar, it will have to be around that hub. So that's why the garden is there. And I've got these chests for all of Remy's stuff. So what I worked out is that you can make this souffle, and all the ingredients of the souffle you buy. So because I'm grinding out resources, if I only make a souffle, I'm buying all the ingredients. The only thing I'm wasting is money. So I'm not wasting any of the ingredients I'm trying to grind through. So that's why I do that now. So I try and stack up those chests there. So this is Ratatouille's or Remy's little section here. Again, chucked some peppers there just to add some color to it. But I got this little kitchen here. So it's got a little kitchen. Little kitchen. Little kitchen there. And yeah, some tables and stuff. And that's the little section. So the idea is to introduce a new character to the game from that movie. I just add it to it. And then just make the residences like really big and just evolve it. So this is Toy Story. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I was actually quite unhappy with the homes that we got. I know a lot of people are like, they like it and stuff, but I don't know. I don't see that as Buzz's home and that as Woody's. It just doesn't fit right for me. But anyway, that's just me. But this is the Toy Story world. yeah, it's just got all, you know, it's pretty simple, but I like it. I want to do more with it, but again, a little handcuffed, and I got these little. I think they came with the Pixar Star Path. You got these ones. So it's a little entranceway. I try and have statues at the front of the entranceway. And I should actually put two over here, but I try and put lights at the front and a statue there as a little kind of entrance. Now this is my Frozen one, so which breaks the whole kind of Pixar thing, and it's only because of Elsa's home that you can't move, which I think is going to be another one that falls under the repair houses thing. I think we're actually going to get something there. I'll be able to move it, but because of bloody Elsa and her ice home, I have to stick it here. So I've got these little pillars. I kind of like the pillars to be kind of like a little fence to kind of isolate it. So I will have to add Olaf in here somehow. Smoke the devil's lettuce and watch. Yeah, funny enough, our neighbors are doing that right now, and it's really strong. And I think a landlord thinks it's me. Watching this awesome. Your valley is breathtaking. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it. I don't know. It's breathtaking. It's just it's a crazy brain doing it. It has to be very organized and structured. So I don't know whether it's crazy or boring, but I feel like Monica from Friends in a weird way. Cool, yeah. So this is all Frozen, and I'm kind of going to make this section Olaf, but it really depends on what Olaf comes with. That's going to be the big one, because I don't know if I can fit 3 in here, and I might have to rejig everything and try and make it work. I'm just not good with compliments. I got told off. I got written up at work once because I didn't take a compliment well. Not with my current job, just in the past. And we'll go for the final one, which is my favorite, WALL-E. WALL-E. So this is a little WALL-E section. Again, another crop to add some color to it. It doesn't have a lot, but I like it. I'm looking forward to making this a bit bigger when Eve comes along, because we definitely will be getting Eve in the game before launch. So I'm looking forward to where to place her. But yeah. That's the little Pixar world. It's not much. There's a little bit of dead space, but the idea of the dead space is that I can fill it in as we go. Take a praise. No, never. I'll never be humble. I'll never be... Not humble. I am... Nah, whatever. I will never take it. You can't tell me what to do. You're not my mum. So I'll show you what I've done with the Frozen biome. I haven't done much with it, because the idea is that I actually wanted... this area also to become probably 3D Pixar, 3D Disney movies as well, and then kind of integrate the two. But I also want to have a really big Christmas section. So I put all my Christmas stuff here. So I got my Christmas fish. Now if you notice the squid's missing, because I was one of those fools that accidentally used it for something, which was very frustrating and very annoying, because I didn't know at the time you only could get one, which I find it's really unfair. So I'm a collector, right? I wanted a whole table full of fish, and they didn't tell us that it was a one-time deal. Luckily I had a companion with me, so that's why I've got 2 of some of them, but I'm very annoyed by that. I was not very happy. But yeah, this is going to be like a decked out Christmas section eventually. But again, item limits stopping me from doing it, but I've just got the bare bones for it. So I haven't got much here, because I kind of want to extend probably one of these worlds out when there's enough characters, but yeah, that's what I've got for that. And now we'll go to I guess the final one of the final ones. So we've got the Sunlit Plateau. So this is my 3D Disney movie world, which I used to have sections for all the characters. So I used to have like a Wreck-It Ralph section and like a Cinderella section and all the sections. Basically anything you saw in the collections as their own category, I had. So yeah, I had what? Let's see one that's not into the game yet. Yeah, I just noticed that's under furniture. Why would that be under furniture? Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, I had a huge Beauty and the Beast section. And I had a huge Wreck-It Ralph section as well, Cinderella, and I just had to get rid of them. Which is a bit gutting, so that's why the areas look really empty, because I had like a Monsters Inc. section and all this stuff, and I've just noticed this, so I have to do it. But I'll show the Moana section in a sec. I have to do it. Like, whenever you see a gold one, you just can't leave it, and it really bothers me. There we go. Cool. There we go. So this is the Moana section. It used to be a lot decked out, and I'm very annoyed, and that's why Emily makes me so angry, because she's got this one, but she's got the palm trees. They're all neon lights and stuff, neon colored, and I haven't got that yet. I've got the big pool, so I've got this big pool, and I've got a lot of little things, but I'm really missing those palm trees. That's, I feel like, is just going to deck this out really well. But yeah, the Moana section has kind of been the one area that I've gutted the most because of the item limit, just because there's so many unique items for it. So I'm not happy with it at all, but I think it's a cool, decent little bit. But there's so much I want to do with it. I really want to get those palm trees though. I'm going to get those palm trees, or I'm gonna go insane. Now for the biome up here. So the Forgotten Lands biome, other than collecting as much Zype wood as possible, I've got a little Halloween section, which again was bigger, but then I had to chop it back. Sorry, I have to pick up all the damn wood. But yeah, this is my Halloween section. I've got all the candy on the table still from Halloween. I even got an excess of candy. I ended up just completing all the Dreamlight quests and just keeping all the candy. But I like the decoration of it all. So like the green, the blues, the reds. It's very satisfying, like aesthetically. And I want to deck this out a little bit, make a really good Halloween little section. But I like it. So I've got a little coffin seat here. I like it. It could be better though. But yeah, that's my Halloween section. And now I'll show you the last bit of the puzzle. Is my beach. So this is my beach biome, and this is my fish collection. So again, and this is the farm that I have for the ones that grow on the beach, all nice and tidy. But this is set up in a very specific way, so it works very similar to my storage before. All of these over here are completely full up of fish. The benefits of that is that when I get a stack of squid, I can sell it for 500 when I'm fishing, which is really good. So I go to Moana's boat all the time and just get this. So eventually I'll just get enough squid that I can just sell a stack, and that's 500 each, and then I just keep my money up. But these are the ones that are complete. These are the ones I'm still going through. I'm not using any more shrimp because it's I figured out the best meal in the game, right? So the maximum energy you can get is 5,000, and if you eat it, you go from like 0 energy, so completely empty energy, to like full gold bar. So I'll show you this. I've actually made a YouTube short on this as well, if you ever need a reminder. But if you go to where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Where are you, Lancerfish? Where are you, Lancerfish? So this is the Lancerfish patella. It's the best. It's one of the best meals in the game. And if you make it with just the autofill and you cook it, There you go. It gives you 4,550 energy. But if you do it again, and then replace one of the ingredients, so we go Lance Fish Patella, get rid of that one, and then put in a lobster instead, and cook it. Where is it? Here it is, yeah. That gives you 5,000. So you can go from 0 energy to a full gold bar if you eat that. So my goal for the update, because I'm going to be doing like a 12-hour stream, is to basically stock up on those. So you can see the difference. It gives you 500 more energy, or 450 technically. But look at the sell price. Look how much that changes. It's actually kind of crazy. So if you ever need it, that's the best meal in the game. But it uses shrimp, which is quite hard to get. Anyway, so yeah, this is the stocks here. So at the moment, I'm trying to max them all out. Right now, crab is the closest one. Got 13 crab. That's why I was fishing up in the frost biome, because I want to max that out next. But all these I'm just slowly getting. That's why I'm going to Moana's boat every time I log in and just getting everything there. And I'm trying to get more of the red algae. And yeah, just everything in general, and slowly max it out. At the moment, I'm trying to max out seaweed, but I need seaweed for fiber. So at the moment, I'm trying to max out fiber, and then once I max out that, I can max out that. That's why fishing actually helps me. But yeah, that's it. That's all my biomes and the crazy of Dave. And a lot of the time, the crazy is set that way because of the item limit. But I do want to deck out this beach with a lot more stuff. I'm just a little bit handcuffed at the moment with the limit. So I guess, any questions? Anything anyone's curious about, or you got any questions about? I know that was maybe quite a lot, but I like going through it, so fine. The other things I do is, so I stream every day of this, so only for a couple of hours. I do it the mornings of New Zealand, and the evenings. I do a clip show at the to wrap up like all my streams for the week, and I do a news segment. So if like Dreamlight Valley weekly news, I put that on my YouTube channel. I do the news on my Fridays, and I do random rants on a Thursday. So that's pretty much it. But if you're ever curious of what I'm up to, if you never come to the stream again, just go to my YouTube channel, because I make a little 30 to 40 minute clip show of the stream. But I always put like the first 10-15 minutes is like a news segment of the Dreamlight Valley news, which we just talk about and show and stuff. And yeah, Emily, are you still around by any chance? I'm curious about something. And thanks for actually I just want to say thank everyone for like sticking around while I did that rant, because I never get to do it. So if we get an extra row for storage, oh, thank you, Skamom. We'll go with Skamom. Yeah, I'm curious too. If we get an extra row of storage, will you go for it? Do you mean in the chests? Do you mean if there's an extra row in the chest?
Did you know you're practically everyone's hero here?
Skip mom. Because CK's mom. Alright, CK's mom. CK's mom has got it going on. Do you mean like an extra row like here? Oh. Because I mean, yes, they did initially, like, everyone thought that if you increased your darkwood storage here, it would increase your chests. And a lot of people got upset that you couldn't do that. So everyone assumed eventually they would add more to it. The problem is, I don't think I could not fill it up. Like, I could try and not fill it up, but I would have to. I can't be like you, because you just chuck everything in storage. I wouldn't be able to do that. This would have to be like, I would have to triple this. Now I'm thinking of the rows. I'll have a lot of farming to do. But yeah, the question I was actually going to have for you is, did you end up making the potion, like the digging potion? Because I can show you what it does if you want. Skill issue. I think it's just a Dave issue. Did you ever do the digging potion? Because I can show you what it does real quick, because I'm keen to do it. Damn it, Dave. Yeah. Yeah. Always damn it, Dave. Alright, sure. I'll show you what happens when you use the digging potion. Yeah, I saw that. I saw you went in the mines. I'm surprised. And I'm glad that it didn't make you go crazy. Because, to be honest, it sounds like they're going to add more content in those mines, so... There are plenty of people who are going to forge... Yeah, I'm going to have to. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Alright, so... We'll do one shovel one. So, obviously, you can get the smaller one or the larger one, and the only thing difference is one gives you more. Just more digs. It does cost you Dreamlight, but I've noticed you got heaps of it. So, it costs you 2,500, but then again, if I really wanted to... With all my shards, I can get 21,000 right off the bat, so I don't really care. And it only costs dry wood. Now, the reason why I like the shovel one is it's different than the others, because if you look at the fishing one, it costs red algae. If you look at the pickaxe one, it costs onyx. And if you look at the growth one, it rich soil. So the digging one only costs dry wood, which is way more common. So that's why I think this one is cool. So we're going to make it. It does use a bit of crystal, but screw it. There we go. Now, what I worked out is I need 22,000 pieces of sand to get maxed out in my glass vials, my glass, and sand. So there's a lot of sand. So what I'm about to do, I have to do anyway. So don't feel bad or anything like that. So yeah, we're going to use the varnish. So it gives you 12 uses. So we're going to use that. And... then we're going to start digging, but then Dave's going to realize that he has bloody Donald Duck with him, and he's fishing. So we want a digging companion first before we do anything. We'll get Scar. Hold up. So that's very key. If you're going to do this, make sure you got a digging companion. Because I'm very lucky I remembered to do that. Alright, where are you, Scar? What the hell? Where the hell's Scar? Did he leave because he knew it was coming? Or did it do that weird bug where they stand outside the minute you go in? Yeah, it did that weird bug. Alright, cool. I'll get rid of the daily first. Alright. Alright, so yeah, get your digging companion and then go back to wherever you want to dig. The Donald just froze in tantrum the minute I decouple from him. Alright. Alright, this is what we're going to do. We're going to dig. Alright. Alright, so this is what it does. I'm really excited because I like seeing this animation. So it will give me 12 from here. So basically you've got a higher chance of getting a memory too. Doesn't look like I'm getting one, but... Oh, there you go. And that's it. And you can just pick up everything. And which is very, very satisfying. And there you go. And then what you should do, Emily, is get Moana's boat, like I told you to, and then just erase them. And then put Moana's boat back. There. That's how you use Moana's boat. And then pick up the shells. But yeah, I find the digging one very, very satisfying. And I got a lot of resources for that too. And a lot of shells. There. That was the demonstration of... Any questions? Any questions from the class? Good to, yeah, I mean, it's not that useful. It depends on what you're trying to do. But basically, you just have a high chance of, you know, getting something. I really hope to get a few memories there, so... yeah, you're definitely going to use it for it. Well, Exandrite, yeah, I guess it's the thing is Exandrite going to be obtained the same way as everything else? Because if it's just like another stone that you mine for, where are the nodes going to be? Like, that would be my question. Alright, I'm going to get Donald because we're going to go back to fishing because it's my best chance of beating Emily in this damn competition is just fishing all the time. Yeah, I'll be interesting where the blue Zygon and Android is actually going to be. I'm guessing it's going to be the mines. I reckon it's just going to be another section of the mines. And I'm really disappointed that they're missing a trick and not using the 7 dwarfs. Like, the buy-in's perfect for the 7 dwarfs, that particular section. Oh, I got 2 of them. 2 gold ones. So yeah, we're gonna fish until someone wants me to do something more interesting. I've got ADHD, so I'm easily distracted, so if you get me riled up on doing something, I'll probably end up doing it. But yeah, I'm glad you guys out there do enjoy that, because I think it doesn't look that great, but other people do, so it's good to know it's pleasing. It's what happens when you put enough time into something. Alright, I need to pick up as much dry wood as possible. Sorry about that, I had to plug something in. I'm surprised you're still awake, Emily. Aren't you tired? You just did like a massive stream, and isn't it like really late at night? It's late for all of you people. How you do it? I'm missing the damn thing. Very hot, and I'm trying to be subtle about wiping some of the sweat from my brow, but it's not really working very well, is it? I'm not a subtle person. Alright, we're just gonna do some relaxing fishing, so if anyone from the crowd has anything you want to talk about, any thoughts or feelings, or any emotional trauma, emotional trauma you want to talk through, now's a good time. Or I could tell you a story. about my own problems that I've had in my life. It will make you sad, it will make you depressed, but you know, might be interesting. This is me feeling insecure and awkward, of me just trying to fill in time. It's the problem with if you got ADHD, you just end up being all fidgety. You do the same thing over and over again. You end up having to distract yourself. In summer, I don't think we're supposed to keep iron. I think our goal, I think the devs know that iron is just expendable resource, so they just make you use it whenever they can. It's the one go-to one they use. I'm about to be here every possible time. I want to see you blow into a I don't know about that because I like streaming on YouTube at the same time. Funny enough, I did when my when I did the last update day stream. So like with the update coming up, I'm going to do a 12-hour stream. But with the last one that went by, I did a 12-hour stream, and because I was on hours that I not normally are, I had a lot of people that actually watch my VODs on YouTube. And they're very into the storage aspect of it, but a lot of them said that, you know, they like watching my VODs and it's very calming for them. It's part of their routine. And I find that really, really sweet that, you know, it's, you know, Twitch has just evolved into, you know, it's just television now. It's what you have in the background and just have there. And I like that idea, is that I'm part of someone's routine, and the reason why I do this is for my own mental health routine. So my mental health routine is helping someone else's mental health routine. And so if I become a partner or affiliate, I won't be able to do that anymore. And so I kind of don't want that. That's not the purpose of me doing this. It was legitimately just I started streaming, one, because I wanted to tap into that creative side of me again and start video editing and all that stuff again. But also build a routine and do it for myself. I don't know. It just feels like if I become affiliate and partner and all that fun stuff, it might take something away from that. And I don't know if I'm ready for that. And that's not to take away anyone that's done it, because everyone does, you know, becomes affiliate partner for their own reasons. I don't know. It doesn't feel right for me at the moment. Maybe one day. I don't even qualify yet anyway, so I guess that doesn't really matter. That's deep, sorry. Didn't mean for that to get deep, I just rather be honest about it, because it's not the first person that's like, oh, I'm going to try and get you affiliate, all that stuff. I just don't want... I don't want to set the expectation once they get there, I'm just going to do it. I'm just... see how it goes. And that's the whole point of this. I mean, if it earned me like thousands of dollars, I could do it full time. Sure, I do. If you ever want to, I hope, like, to be honest, just come along and enjoy it. I mean, it will naturally get there if it's meant to be, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. I think that's what's sometimes lost in some people that start Twitch. They forget the whole point of this. So gaming with a bunch of people, or just gas bagging on here. Well, hell of it. Also good, enjoy. Yeah, I have them a lot of the time. So I just want to show that meal thing. So right now my energy is basically all depleted. I could make it even worse if I wanted to, just dig a hole. There you go, dig one hole. So it's completely depleted. So if you eat this meal, which is the 5,000 one, you should get a full bar. A full gold bar. There you go. It's full. And I can fill in the hole. All done. And I picked up snow, and I don't want it. But yeah, if you ever need it, and it's always good to have like those meals because you might need to eat for a while. And then you can go back to fishing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. I should finish your message. Sorry. Good ADHD getting distracted. I have ADHD just. Oh. Like I said, that's annoying. I know half the time I message don't make sense. Don't worry. There's this Australian kid who's trying to beat his brother in Dreamlight Valley, so I'm giving him all these tips. He's very similar as that. His words don't get right, but as long as you make the sentence sound right, I can get there. Just once in a while, don't be offended if I just have to go, wait, you need to reword that for me because it's just not in the right order. Just driving me up the wall again. Is she staring at you creepily? She does that to me a lot. And she makes weird moaning. Like, for a Disney game, the moaning that she, like, the sounds that she makes is even for me, maybe crossing the line. She does that a lot. That family line is weird because then also what Anna and Kristoff get off in their house all the time, always being in the corner. Something's going on there. But yeah, if you want to pop along, I won't be doing a morning stream. So normally I always say like 6.5 hours from here I'm on streaming again. But Tuesday, Thursday my time, I actually have to physically go into work. But I always do a night stream. So this time tomorrow I'll be streaming again, and every day until probably the weekend. Once in a while I do a community stream as well, so once a month. In my Discord we do a vote of which game I should play outside of my normal streams, so I might do that. But it's mainly going to be Dreamlight Valley, so you'll see the craziness of me. And you're going to see me slowly go insane, trying and probably failing to beat Emily. Because that is my goal. If after all the talking up I've done on the matter, if I don't get 2 more memories, I'm going to go crazy. And I vape, and I do apologize if that's not everyone's cup of tea. But fun fact, people with ADHD are more likely to smoke. It's because we need their. Because if we're unmedicated people with ADHD tend to smoke more because they're not getting the right dopamine, and smoking tends to. It's not an excuse. It explains why I ended up smoking to begin with. But now I vape. I don't know if it's the same thing, but I owned a bar once, and that's what got like I was the stupid 23-year-old, and I bought a bar, and that ended up going through a messy part of my life and that's how I picked up smoking. Fun fact, if you're 23, don't buy a bar. I know that's not high on everyone's list, but don't do it. There's no vape till my life depends on it. Yeah, I have a habit of doing that. I thought my vape broke today. I freaked out. Like my girlfriend kind of fixed it because she's smarter than me. Alright, we've got a memory. Let's see what luck we have here. Come on. Alright. Come on. Alright. Stupid money and not needing it. You're safe for now, Emily. Should really not put the cup underneath the mic because that's probably very loud. It's a bad. See now you know how I feel when I'm watching your stream. See the nervousness you're having right now, and it makes you want to stream, doesn't it? It makes you want to play the game just to stay ahead. And that's how I feel when I'm watching your stream when I see you doing it. I started smoking when my dad was in hospital. Oh, damn. Old man offered me a cig outside the place. Slowly got off cigs, not just vape. Yeah. I mean, obviously, you know, vaping is still bad for you, right? But smoking's worse. And a lot of people say, well, if you quit smoking, quit vaping. And it's like, it's not the same thing. It's kind of like the difference between what would you rather have, being punched in the chest or being shot in the gut? Like, yeah, you'd rather be punched than shot. I mean, they're both bad for you, but one is definitely worse than the other. I just found out yesterday I have Epicena. Oh, so please strike it. Yeah, I will. I will. It doesn't have. I have a very high stress job as well, which doesn't help. I don't know if you can tell, but I did have hair once. Stress gets to me. I can't really legally say my job, but let's just say I'm in charge of over 400 people. So there's a lot of responsibility there. So it doesn't help it, but it is definitely a long-term goal. It's a step. I mean, I only had my last cigarette 2 or 3 years ago. So I definitely. But it sucks about your diagnosis, though. Wouldn't wish that on anyone. Yeah. It's annoying. I mean, I should know better. When I was young, I got a disease called meningococcal septicemia, which is a bacterial meningitis, and I ended up being very, very sick for a very long time. So I really should treat my body better, because I got very lucky. But, you know, humans and idiots, and sometimes you just need to do what you need to do to get through, and I'm a big believer of that. As long as you're not hurting anyone. I used to make cigarettes like crazy and then switch to weed. Can you not say weed in Twitch? It's very odd because it is legalized. It's weird that you can't say it. I mean, it's not as bad, but I mean, I don't know if you can talk about those. I have smoked that stuff in the past, very long time ago. I think what really put me off it is I had a really bad trip of it, like bad enough. Like I started when this was back in the day when I actually had hair. I started pulling my hair, and I just had a really bad one. And I think when you go for a bad trip, you just end up you don't go back. Like a lot of the time, you don't go back, and that was definitely the case for me. And I haven't touched it since. But yeah, if I was going to offer any words of wisdom to anyone, don't buy a bar at 23. Like, if a guy comes along and says, hey, do you want to invest in this bar? And you're like, sure, it's a good idea. You're an idiot. Don't do it. All right? You say everything I want. I mean, yeah, I know it's weird. I mean, in New Zealand, it is illegal, but in New Zealand, it's not. Let's just say that every year there's a celebration of weed that, on 420, a massive group of people go outside of Parliament and smoke weed. Like, and no one gets arrested. So it's illegal in New Zealand, but it's flaunted a little bit and no one really cares. It's just something that people just need to, like, realize that's gonna happen anyway. It's like the sex industry in New Zealand. It's legalized, and we legalized it because, like, everyone was under kind of the idea of, like, it's going to happen anyway. There's nothing you can do about it. You might as well just, one, make it safer for people to do, because if they're going to do it, they're going to do it. There's nothing you can do about it. And two, you get tax out of it. So, I mean, everyone wins. And I think weed is very similar. Like, people are going to do it. You can't stop it. Just might as well just make it as safe as possible if people are going to do it. I'm in New York, so all good, yeah. Oh, yeah, they legalized it in LA. That's good. I mean, it's progression. Takes some time. First time was in college. First time in college for grass. Oh, yeah, Americans call it grass. It's not very common around here to call it grass. Because grass is grass. So if you're saying I'm going to smoke grass, it just sounds weird. I genuinely thought the world was a waffle. And I was drowning in soup. Okay. I'm going to ask a question. And I really hope you don't judge me for me being so naive. Do you guys eat waffles with soup? Because that doesn't make any sense. Why would you eat waffles with soup? Do you like dip it in the soup? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, sir. Okay. Alright, that makes sense now. It's alright. That's alright. Alright, you're forgiven of that. I was just like, is that something Americans like do? Soup and waffles? Because that's weird. I would rather see them doing weird and hard. True. Very, very true. I mean, I'm not a huge fan of psychedelics. Like, dude, like, at the end of the day, you do you. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you're fine. Do it, but just be safe with it. Don't be stupid. All that stuff. Psychedelics, I think, I would only agree with psychedelics to be legal if they're very safely regulated and people aren't given the bad stuff. Because you've heard like really bad ones. I mean, psychedelics could be as bad as like, what was that weird bar salts thing? Where people like ended up being like zombie-esque and they just start biting people. You have a state for that, Florida. That stuff happens in Florida all the time. I never did soup and waffles. Nah, dude, I was just gone. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you were dipping waffles in soup, yeah, you definitely were gone this summer. Alright, got another memory. Alright. Let's praise Donald. Donald, we're gonna praise Donald. We're gonna honor Donald before we open the memory so he can bless us. Oi, Donald, look at me when I'm blessing you. There, look at me when I'm trying to honor you. Alright. We're gonna get Donald's blessing, and we're going to open this memory. I'm pushing all the wrong keys for this. Ah. Oh well. Yeah, Donald, you failed me. You failed me miserably. I didn't praise him enough. I praised him with the bucket. Maybe that was what I did wrong. I have to praise him with one of the other tools. So I'll find the right tool that gives me that extra boost that I need. I hate the hate Donald gets. I think he's the best character in the game. He's the most interesting character in the Valley. He just does so many crazy things. You walk around and he's making the village happen. Like, what's the other characters doing? Just staring at clocks? Staring at chests? Staring blankly into the ocean? Meanwhile, Donald's been having a fit, tipped his hat, fishing, and running around. Now that's a man for the village. I'm stoked how many people are here today. It's great. It's very different. It's probably the most I've ever had. So I do appreciate it, especially you guys sticking around. I know with raids, sometimes people just raid it and then pop off. So I do appreciate it. But on saying that, I do have a very strict schedule, as I've mentioned. So I will be finishing up in about 20 minutes. Oh no! Pressure. So yeah, I got about 20 minutes. So any last thoughts, feelings, concerns, issues? Problems in your life we should solve together as a group. That's often an interesting one. It probably would make the situation worse, but just know the offer's there. I'm not too happy. So ever since this raid has started, I haven't got one piece, but I got 3 before, like in the first half an hour of the stream. So I think Emily has cursed me. I think Emily being here has stopped. My game has realized it's not going to progress me. Thank you. I mean, you are high, so it could be a lot of other influences, you know, assisting in this particular decision, but I do appreciate it anyway. I just ramble a lot. It's really hot because it's summer down in New Zealand at the moment, so it's very hot at night. You're awesome. Excited to see you streaming. Oh, thanks. I appreciate it, Summer. And you're more than welcome. And as I said, time zones suck. So if it always doesn't line up, my YouTube always posts on there the VOD and do the clip show where I just go over the news and weird clips. I probably will be putting a lot of tonight in the clip show. Because it's a very unique thing. I've been trying to do TikToks and shorts on it. It's just a lot of effort. I'm not very good at it. It's 27 degrees here and snowing. Is that Fahrenheit or actual degrees? I always get confused. Because 27 degrees is hotter than what it is right now for me. Right now it's like 25 degrees. But if it's Fahrenheit, it may make sense. Temperatures suck. Not liking the lack of memories right now. Fahrenheit. Alright, I'm going to work that out. What's that in degrees? I don't know why you guys still use Fahrenheit. So confusing. Fahrenheit. 2 degrees. So what did you say? You said it was 24. Oh, 27. You said it was 27 degrees Fahrenheit. That's negative 2 degrees. What the hell? Alright, now that explains it. Damn. Negative 2 degrees. See, negative 2 even sounds cooler than 27. America's all about sounding cool. 2 degrees sounds way... Oh, like negative 2 degrees sounds way cooler. 17 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, what's 17 degrees? Negative... Wait, no, that's 1 degree. Oh, negative 8 degrees. Damn. Like, it never snows here. Like, you will never get negative 7 or 8 degrees where I'm here. Like, the closest it gets to is like 4 degrees. It do be true, though. Well, I mean, you guys... Okay, you guys aren't dumb. Let's be fair. You do dumb stuff. Let's not hide that fact. There's a lot of dumb stuff you do, but you're not dumb. I mean, you got to the moon. You know. You made a lot of sport that only you play. So you made a lot of rules to go with that. It may have been deliberate so no one else can be good at it, but you did make that. That's a smart thing you did. You gave Elon Musk a lot of money. And, I mean, that didn't help, but... And it wasn't... No, that wasn't a smart thing. Alright. What else did you do? You made, like, 4 faces on a mountain. That's cool. I mean, that's unique. Your president once wanted to buy Greenland, which was weird. He also wanted a site, a hurricane, which doesn't make any sense too. One of your presidents once said mission accomplished, and then the war lasted for another 5 years. Sorry, I'm just ripping into you. Sorry. Anyway, let's move on. Oh, look, a memory again. All right, we'll praise Donald with the fishing rod this time. So we'll praise Donald. Yay, Donald, you're the best. You're amazing. Look how happy he is. All right, and now we're gonna open the memory. Oh, god damn it. Oh well. Bro, I freaking hate it. I mean, look, things are a lot cheaper where you are as well. Like, over in New Zealand, it's quite expensive. I mean, like, every country sucks to a certain degree. Some are just worse than others. A lot of people, like, want to come to New Zealand. They're like, it's great and all that stuff. We're not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And you'll miss home. I mean, my brother-in-law's from Mississippi, and he misses it. He misses it dreadfully, so... Your rent. Okay, so how much rent do you pay? We'll probably have a competition. The rent will probably be very close. Our eggs are a bit better, though, to be fair, because we do have different standards when it comes to eggs. And I don't know the specifics, and we're not going to go down an egg rabbit hole, because I don't think anyone's going to win in terms of that, in terms of who's better off with eggs. This whole thing is a mess. You guys have made my whole thing very chaotic, because I haven't been paying attention. This is why I won't be a good streamer. Is because the minute we get more than like 2 people in here, my organization goes through the pooper. So I need to get this right. Put that over here, put that over there. Put that there, put that there, put that there. I'm gonna sell that. So the average rent is $1,400. Is that a month or fortnight? Because most rent over here is paid fortnightly. I live in Long Island, so expensive. Alright, so that I'm gonna assume that's fortnightly, right? So let me bring up a handy dandy calculator. As riveting content as this is a month. So how am I gonna do the math? So let's say 1,400 a month, so we times that by 12, so that's 16,800. Divide that by 26, because that's how many fortnights in a year. So that's $646 American. Alright, so if I go USD to NZD, so United States dollar, cool. So my rent a fortnight is $830 New Zealand. The equivalent to your rent there is $1,002 New Zealand. So you pay $200 more in rent where you are than where I am. But our wages are a lot smaller, so. But then again, we also get free healthcare. And medication. Like my ADHD medication costs me $5 a month. And we have free insurance through the government called ACC, which comes out of your wages. So if I ever break a leg, it's all paid for. So I guess we have that on there. And free water. We don't pay for our water. I don't know. A lot of American places do pay for the water. So I guess it may add up to be the same when you think about all those added stuff. No, it wouldn't be. It would end up cheaper if you had included all that stuff. So SK, your rent would be cheaper than what I pay for. But I do have a big place. So that adds into it. That's a hard one. The cost of living over here is quite high. It's not great. But it's better. Could be worse. Let's be honest. It could be worse. We see a lot of celebrities. I mean, Weta Workshop had their party close to us, so we heard a lot of that. I've met, Jermaine Clement lives near me. I see him ride his bike all the time. I've seen Peter Jackson. We see a lot of celebrities. I've seen James Cameron many times in the Wairarapa. So I guess that's another benefit. We get a lot of like famous people. No one cares though. Like in New Zealand, we really don't care about all the celebrity stuff, which actually annoys some celebrities. We've heard them on the radio, in New Zealand radio, a couple of times, and you can tell they're slightly bothered that no one gives a shit. I mean, some people do, but most of the time, no one cares. It's like, oh yeah, it's blah blah blah. I think we're just too laid back. Which is something actually, because my girlfriend's actually from the UK. And it does bother her sometimes how laid back we are, because it's actually quite hard to make friends in New Zealand. We're very cliquey, you could say. And it was a bit of an issue when she came over, because everyone had very, UK are very friendly. They're very kind of like know your neighbor kind of deal. Over here, you're not. It's a very much a country of introverts. So we're very cliquey, and it takes a while to get us to open up and hang out and stuff. I definitely wouldn't be someone that just meets someone on the street and hangs out with them the next day. It will take, yeah, I'm definitely not that kind of person. This is how open I would be. If all you were in front of me right now, I wouldn't be able to do this. Like, at all. I'd be closed off, not saying a word, shy as. But in my imagination, all of you guys are just AI text popping up in my chat, so I don't even know if you're real. Could not be real. You could all be bots. This could be just a massive troll. I've got no way of proving otherwise. I'm rocking my head a lot for some reason. There's a very lack of memories coming right now. It's not making me very happy. I'm fake. Yeah, exactly. Summer, you're fake. You come around and say you like my stream. Shit. Sure. You're saying everything someone should say. What if you bot you don't know it? Well, you wouldn't know it. If you're programmed to believe you're human, then I shouldn't really mess with your brain right now. That feels like way too far messing with your brain, because I know the rabbit hole that could fall in. Don't worry, Kelly. You're human. You're fine. I'm just messing with you. Don't test the theory that you're a robot. God, last thing I need is streamer encourages high person to cut themselves open to check if they bleed or not. Don't do that. No doing that. I've got another memory. So obviously praising with the fishing rod and the bucket didn't work. So we're going to go with the shovel. So we're going to praise Donald with the shovel. And then we're going to open the memory. Ah, maybe it's praising Donald that's mucking it up. Maybe Donald is just the worst. Screw you, Donald. Tomorrow I'm picking Maui. Donald is cursing me, I reckon. Stop it, sorry. Stop it. It'll be fine, Kelly. Just safe space. You're fine. Nothing you need to worry about. Everything is fine. And that's why you watch streams like this, is so you can relax and just be happy. It's the joys of it. You're just watching a random guy from New Zealand fish in the same spot for like 2 hours. You're not wasting your life, it's fine. You're fine. Alright, we've got about 7 minutes to go anyway. So, you're gonna watch the crazy of Dave, because I can't log out without completely clearing my storage and putting everything in the right spot. Which takes a little while to do. So, we're gonna be going through that fun job in a second. Exactly, and you're more than welcome if you ever want to come back and do the same thing again. I'm more than happy to be your background television. And that's what I kind of like, because the idea that I can be someone's just background noise when they're doing their other stuff. Because I do that all the time. I need to have a television on or something on in the background if I'm doing something. And I like the idea that I can be that kind of person for someone. And I don't want that to come across arrogant or not. I just, I think that's the best kind of content creator you can be, is someone that people switch on just to chill. And I think that's really sweet. Alright, we're going to be the crazy. Now, the goal of all this, one, obviously to beat Emily. But the other one is so I can max up all my resources. So I maxed out rope yesterday, and so the next goal would be maxing out fiber. And so I didn't worry about fiber in the last update because I could have got as much as I want from Christoph's stall. Oh, Christoph's stall! I didn't go to Christoph's stall today. We'll quickly go there. But I didn't realize they were putting a limit in for Christoph's stall. That's why I got so much brick, because I ended up maxing the brick out when I could get unlimited items from Christoph. But then they changed it, and it messed me up. So I'm going to quickly go to Christoph's stall and make sure I run faster, because I'm slow. Alright, what can I... Oh, I got fiber there. So, we'll get the fiber. And we'll get the iron. And I've got max of anything else, so it doesn't matter. Go away, Donald. You have failed me for the last time. You are an egg. Cool. Alright, so let's dump everything. Now I have to think about this. Alright. So, I need a chest full of fiber now. Now, seaweed makes a lot. So, if I got my math right, we're gonna go that. Go that. Oh, inventory. It's a lot of fiber. Actually, go here. There. Alright. I think they did too much, like a 20 to 30 cap for sure, 3 to 5 is whack. I get it. I think it felt like they did it for a bit of control back, because I think they felt like people were doing things too quickly and they wanted people to grind more. But I think they overcompensated. They went too one way. I honestly think they'll wind it back with the next update. But it depends, because I mean, because they didn't even want to do the iron thing, and then they said, alright, if we're going to introduce iron, we can't make it unlimited, otherwise it defeats the purpose of mining altogether. Well, there we go. That's a lot of fiber. That's nearly done. That's sweet. I should finish that off tomorrow night. That's really cool. Cool. Now we're going to dump that. But yeah, I think it's going to change again. So that's why I'm a bit paranoid about everything. So I'm just trying to stock up on everything. and not let anything surprise me again. Oh, and these are my flowers as well. The flowers, I don't think I ever showed my flowers section, but this is my flower section. I haven't really done a lot of work with it, and I don't really have a chest for everything, but it's getting there. It's one of the things I left to last, but I've got a lot of flowers for everything, so it's one of those things I've kind of left to last. But these are the ones I'm working on right now. Okay. So I have to be very. This is the annoying bit about me. Everything has to go away in the spot, and it's very hard for me not to start picking up wood again. It's very frustrating. Oh, I didn't even go over my comment. I did it. I got my very first comment on a YouTube video of one of my VODs, and I wanted to read it out and put it in my clip show. So I'll do that tomorrow night. We'll sell those. What are those pink big? Oh, I'll show you. I'll show you. Hold up. I'll sell that. All right, we'll go back real quick, just for you, Kelly. All right, the big pink flowers. Do you mean these ones here? Yeah, these pink ones or the other pink ones? Alright, those are the ones that are in the Sunlit Plateau. They are the pink house leek. So I've got quite a lot of them. But those I found here, Sunlit Plateau. You also will find these ones over here. These three. So you find these three and those two in the Sunlit Plateau. So if you want them, just go and get heaps of them. The good thing about the flowers though, you don't need to drop them if you ever want them. Because all you have to do is just go over here, find them, loop, and then you can just drag them wherever. So you don't need to worry about the item limit for them. You can just do that. And now it's there, and I'll pick it up and I'll put it in there. It's the easiest way to get flowers. It's just move the flowers to where you want them and just pick them up. It's a little bit of a hack for you. If you ever go flower hunting, just do that. Just go into edit mode, move all your flowers to a section and just farm them. Alright, we'll go to Glade Trust. So we're going to dump the mushrooms and then we're going to call it a night. And I've gone past my time, so I'm going to have to wrap this up rather quickly. Otherwise, I'm going to get murdered by a girlfriend. She doesn't care, but I've just promised her that I finish up at a certain time. Alright, we're going to dump that. That's nearly got a stack of that for the first time. That's cool. So all this is rather important because I'm trying to get this all full up and it's getting closer and closer. You just feel like every day it just gets a little bit closer. But yeah, Kelly, if you ever got questions like that, feel free to reach out. I'm more than happy to do it. Because I reached a point where all I do is grind for stuff. It's good to go off little tangents once in a while. Kind of keeps me a bit sane. So I kind of like helping out here and there. Come on. There you go. There you go. Come on. I got that. Got that one. Salmon are the best though. You get a lot of money from selling salmon. They're very common. So I do recommend like just selling them when you can. Perch. Just joined the. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. I mean, my Discord's rather quiet, so it's just like a growing Discord. But feel free to just talk. We do have a Dreamlight Valley channel there. Yeah, we're trying to get more, like, to talk a little bit more. Just, you know, Give it time. Someone has to start the fire, as they say. Alright. But I do, the Discord does do that auto alert of when I go live, so that helps, especially with time zones being time zones. But I also got Twitter as well, and that posted the alert on there, if that's more your thing. Pretty much just set that alert up. But also YouTube. Funny enough, the YouTube alert is way better than anything else, so that always pops up. I got you, I can talk for days. Well, you're more than welcome, because we've got a lot of time to fill, especially at this stage that what I do. I mean, when you sit there just fishing for ages, can you imagine me just doing that in silence? It's good sometimes. Admittedly, it's good just to chill and just fish. But sometimes you're just having a good, random gas bag or banter with someone. Keeps things a bit interesting. Oh, that's 28k right there. I'm never gonna run out of money. Oh well. Alright, everybody. So thank you all for coming along. This has been very I'm not very good with this, so I'm very thankful, and it's been very surprising, and it's really great to see so many different people pop in and stay along and have a chat. And some of you I may never see you again, and that's absolutely fine. Some of you I might see you again, and that's even better. But I had so much fun. Oh, good. I'm glad. Well, you're more than welcome for next time. So yeah, normally I would stream it in about 6.5 hours from here, but because I'm going to work, that one skipped. So I'll be on this time tomorrow. But yeah, thank you everyone for coming along. I'm not going to even try with the names because I'm going to miss it, but if I never see you again, have a great life. But if you do want to stick around, I got YouTube there. I do a clip show every week, so if you're ever curious if I'm still going or not, that's the best way. But I will be streaming again, and yeah, I guess I'm going to stop rambling so I don't feel so awkward, because that's pretty much what I'm doing now. So yeah, thanks Emily, if you're out there, thanks for the raid. I really do appreciate it. Never feel like you have to, so I do appreciate it. So yeah, until next time. And Carly, everything's fine. You'll be fine. Safe space. Yeah, thanks Emily. Yeah, until next time everyone. Bye bye.